calm down, cause he just wanna learn something, so I teach him something. I am the one that teach. Call me 10 wins and 20.
I remember being a kid and lying in bed, and I would be looking at the wardrobe, and I'd be talking to a man that came out of the wardrobe, and he was dressed like a lumberjack man, right? And I was only a kid, and I was talking to this guy with the lumberjack and with the axe and everything, and he was talking to me, and he was very nice. And this went on for months, and my mum could hear me talking to somebody, and she thought, oh, he's just got a friend. He was, to me, he was like the lumberjack man. And then they came and they replaced the wardrobe, and when they threw the wardrobe out, the old wardrobe, I think it was an old oak one, and replaced it with like an IKEA thing or whatever, then the man with the axe didn't come back anymore.
That's because IKEA furniture has no memory. Too new, too transitory, too plastic. But it's interesting. Lumberjack man, came with the old wardrobe. And so was that one that had been in your family for a while, or that you bought it secondhand?
No, it was.
So that could have been a relative.
Perhaps, yeah. And also, my sister, she had the same thing. There would be a gentleman that used to come into the room, and he used to talk to her too, she said. And turned out that the description that she said he looked like was me granddad's dad.
Wow, amazing. I've never had any experiences like that at all.
And I could astral project as a kid as well, believe it or not.
Say that again. I was going to ask you if you were scared at all by those experiences, but then I talked over you. Not scared. And your sister not scared either?
No.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. But the astral projection and stuff, I could do that as a child. Got to about the age of 10, and, the feeling would come over me, and then I couldn't do it. And since then, I've not been able to. But as a child, I could astral project. I remember this one time I came out of my body. I flew out of the window, and I was watching the kids play next door. And I thought, I watched them playing on the swings, and then I went off somewhere else, and then I came back. And it happened quite a lot as a child. Could always do it.
Very interesting.
Not anymore.
In the live chat, we've got the Hori Sheet Show, who says, there we go, astral projection. He loves talk about astral projection. So
it's real. It's definitely real.
Yeah, he can do it even now. So have you done any practice to try to attempt to access whatever part of your mind it takes to do that as an adult?
I did try for a time. I mean, my mum, she says that she could always have done it. So, there's a chance she might even still do it now with being in the condition that she has. But me, I do get the feeling that I'm going into that state of mind, ready to astral project, but actually leaving the body becomes, it gets to the point where you're just about to leave your body, and then I wake up and I can't, well, not wake up, but I stop myself from doing it. I haven't fully released myself to do that. So, I think it's just as a child, it was much easier because it wasn't as frightening or something like that. But
right. The older you are, the more things you tend to believe things are impossible. And that's why lumberjack guy or other things, or astral projection when you're young, if that happens in your life, you don't run in fear. You haven't seen horror movies, or you haven't been warned off about these things. Lots of people will tell you, depending upon if you're involved with a religious circle, that it's demons, stay away.
Yeah, honestly, you just reminded me of something that my father brought home a wooden statue, and it had like 4 different heads on it, and I think it was a totem pole, a wooden totem pole. Yeah, it was all black, and it had different faces on it, 4 sides, and they had it in the house for about 3 weeks. Now, me and my sister, I would have been about 6 years old, she would have been about 5, and every time my mother left the house, these drums would start playing up in her bedroom, right? And we'd never seen this totem pole up until this time, but we heard these drums beating, drum, dum, dum, dum. So of course this went on for about 2 weeks, and then my mum left the house again to go to the shop, and we heard the drums again. I said, right, I'm going to go and find out what's going on. So I walked up the stairs, and every step I went up, the drums got louder. And when I turned around and looked at the door was literally bending in and out with the noise of this drum. So of course I saw that, and I tried to take one step further, and it was so loud I literally ran back down the stairs again. And of course we told my mum what had happened then, and everything that had been happening for the last 2 weeks. So she said to me, Dad, right, you need to get rid of this totem pole, it needs to go. So we saw the totem pole as my dad was moving it out of the house. He gave it to my Uncle Clifton, who then died in a car crash the next week, along with his best friend and somebody else. And his my Uncle Clifton's fiance, she survived, but 3 out of the 4 died in the car crash.
What a story you had there.